What's up, comic fans? SFon82, and I am back with a brand new video. Today's video, we're going to be running down the list from freecomicbookday.com and going over the books that I think will be the ones you're going to want to pick up this year on Free Comic Book Day. So stick around. Welcome back. Last year I did a video on this channel about Free Comic Book Day, going over some details and highlighting some of the books, and it went over really well. So I thought that I would replicate the same thing this year, only try to make it a little bit better. And I got the comic book room this year, so it's going to be a better video, hopefully. I'm going to go over some details, and I hope you guys can learn something and maybe learn some books to be on the lookout for this year. So let's get straight to it. Free Comic Book Day, this year Free Comic Book Day is going to take place on Saturday, May 6th, and it was first started by Joe Field, owner of Flying Colors LCS in Concord, California, in May 4th of 2002. So if you do the math, this will be the 21st year of Free Comic Book Day. It was started to get new and lapsed readers back into comics, and 2,000 shops worldwide participate in this yearly event. If you're taking a child to go with you, like I'll be taking my son this year. Some of the things to be out on the lookout for as far as the labels, there are 3 different colors on the Free Comic Book Day labels on the front of the book. The green labels, which I'll put on display in the corner here, the green labeled comic books are for all ages. They're suitable for children or any ages. The blue label books, they are going to be suitable for teens or older. The red label books, they are mature, aimed at readers 18 and older. Last year we had Red Room, and it was a mature book. I would not have wanted a kid to get a hold of that, so that's a good system that they have in place. Now I'm going to go over the books. I'm going to save you guys a lot of time. I'm going to get straight to the point, and I cut out about half of the books that I feel like are just kind of meh, and just wanted to highlight some of the books that I feel like most of you guys are going to be after. And if I feel like that there's something that's going to be like maybe a hot one that you're really going to make sure that you want to pick up, then I'm going to let you know that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through. I've got freecomicbookday.com pulled up on here, because what better way to get the information than straight from the site themselves. So everything that you're seeing on this video today, all my information is coming from freecomicbookday.com, so you can actually go to the site and find all this stuff for yourself. The first book that I think is going to be a good one is Archie Horror Presents Cursed Library. I think it's just going to be a cool book. I think it's going to be a cool horror book. It's going to be a fun one. The details about the book is, throughout the years, we have seen chilling adventures and gruesome outcomes emerge more frequently in various versions of Riverdale. As creatures gathered and teens were corrupted, the town became a hotbed for cruel and unusual events. Yet the question remains, why have Archie Andrews and his friends faced such terrifying tales? Who is responsible for creating these dark worlds, and how is babysitter Jinx Holiday at the center of it all? A story years in the making starts here. So it sounds like it would be a pretty decent little read if you're into Archie. And that is going to be put out by Archie Comics Publishing. The next book, I feel like this is going to be one that I think that you should definitely be on the lookout for and grab, only because this was a hit this past year, 2022 Free Comic Book Day. This book ended up being hot later on. It ended up containing first appearance of Blade's daughter, and was a good spec book, which is a rare thing for Free Comic Book Day books. But this is Avengers X-Men Free Comic Book Day, and I'll put a picture of it up here. Pick it up. You never know when there's going to be a first appearance in one of these books. This is a Marvel Comics book, so it's going to be good. So be on the lookout for that one. The next one, Conan the Barbarian Special from Titan Comics. Now, this one I thought was pretty interesting. It's not, last year we got, no it wasn't, it was a Red Sonja facsimile. Well, this year, I saw this and I thought that it was going to be like a facsimile or something. This is actually It says it's created by the team behind the new ongoing series. And it says on the eve of his first major battle, young Conan pictures a life beyond the borders of his homeland and yearns for a life of adventure undreamt of in his small village. Visions of future allies and unspeakable evils he will eventually encounter throughout his fabled career fill his mind as he makes the choice to take his first fateful step into the Hyborian age. So, sounds pretty good. It's rated mature, so it's going to be a good, bloody, nice battle. A lot of action. I think it's going to be one to pick up. So, be on the lookout for that Conan book from Titan Comics. The next one, Fish Flies from Jeff Lemire. I really feel like this is going to be a hot one to pick up. Jeff Lemire, he produces great work. This is going to be for mature audiences. And it's a preview from this best-selling artist. And I'm going to read you the description for this. This is the writer behind Sweet Tooth. So this could be a good one. The town of Bell River is infested with fish flies and the streets are carpeted with tiny insects. But that's just the start of the strange happenings and bad omens. When Freddy Fox runs away from home, she befriends a strange, silent monster and sets off a chain of events that will unite the entire town in terrible ways. Fish Flies #1 will clock in at an expanded 64 pages and land in stores this June, so don't miss out on this exclusive free comic book day preview issue for an early look. So it'll be a first look at a potentially hit series. So I would say definitely be on the lookout. Now this next one, I'm going to say is a must grab. And I'm going to say that because we've had different Umbrella Academy. We've had these, what is it called? Strange Academy. Different books like those have a lot of first appearances. And that's going to be what this is. My next book that I'm going to bring up is Ranger Academy Preview. And it's Power Rangers. It's Ranger Academy. And I'm going to read you guys the description about this book. And I do feel like this book will be littered with first appearances. So I think this is going to be one of the hot ones to pick up this year. It says, it's time to enroll in a bold new take on the Power Rangers mythology in this free comic day special. Class is in session for the start of an epic saga that is sure to delight longtime Rangers fans and provide an excellent jumping on point for brand new readers. Preview material rating all ages. So it looks like it's going to be a good one to pick up, a good start to a brand new story and a lot of potential first appearances. The next book on my list, Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword, issue 0. And this is from Dynamite. The reason I say pick this up, I love Red Sonja. The artwork looks like it's going to be really good in this book. And this isn't a facsimile like last year. This is brand new content. So be on the lookout for that one. The next one up is Seismic Stories from Aftershock. Now I'm going to read, Aftershock always puts out good stuff. This looks like it's going to be horror. And I'm a big fan of horror. It says, in the small town of Arcadia Heights sits an abandoned house with an open door, daring anyone to enter it. Soon a ragtag band of teenage misfits will do just that and return with the darkness, the likes of which this world has never seen. Featuring an original prologue to the darkness we brought back. From the minds of Alex Segura, Rex Ogle, and Joe Eisma, plus an all-new story from the critically acclaimed and much-loved world of Animosity, written by series creator Marguerite Bennett. A perfect blend of fun, suspense, adventure, and intrigue, Seismic Stories breaks new ground in the Aftershock free comic book tradition, and it is rated for teens. I think it's going to be a good one, so be on the lookout for Seismic Stories from Aftershock. This next one is kind of an every year thing. It's a free comic book day tradition. Every year it seems like we get a Spider-Man Venom comic book, and it's always good. It's always kind of a look into things to come for the following year. Sometimes we get a preview of what's going on in the different stories. I think last year we got a glimpse of what was going on with Eddie and Dylan. So I think pick this one up. I think that's going to be a good one. That's from Marvel Comics, of course. The next one up is going to be Animal Castle from Ablaze Publishing. And the reason I say pick this one up, everybody loved Animal Castle. It was a hit. It was a big hit. Probably Ablaze's biggest hit of the year this past year. This one says, the Animal Castle Free Comic Book Day edition will include an all-new 12-page excerpt from Animal Castle Volume 2, Issue 1, as well as an 18-page excerpt from Animal Castle Volume 1. So you will be able to see what's come before and what's coming next. Animal Castle Volume 2 picks up shortly after the events of Volume 1, with Miss B trying to convince the animals not to give in to violence in order to put an end to Silvio's reign. At the castle, the dictatorship continues. Thanks to the efforts of Miss B and her friends, the animals attempt to remobilize the pacifist movement of the Daisies. But Silvio, the bull dictator, is trying to keep them under his hoof to keep his power. Helped by his cruel canine militia, he decides to have the rebellious animals imprisoned in the dungeon. But Miss B and her friends will respond once again with trickery and solidarity, and the rating is teen. So I say definitely pick that one up. The next one, this is going to be my number one pick. It's going to be one that I'm going to be on the lookout for before I grab anything else. Not a spec pick, just a book that I'm after. They say buy things you love, grab the things you like, you love. This is a person that I love, somebody that's influenced my life, someone that made my childhood better, just someone I love. It is Stan Lee. This is a book about Stan Lee. It's called I Am Stan from 10 Speed Press, and it's a graphic biography about Stan Lee, and I'm going to read you guys the details of it, what it says from the website right now. Let me pull this up really fast. Okay, here we go. All right, it says, the very first graphic novel biography of legendary Stan Lee, co-creator of Marvel's many superheroes, and then a list off all the superheroes he named, and more from Eisner-nominated artist Tom Scioli. I Am Stan gives Lee's life the comic book treatment and reveals the inner workings of the legendary creator. And it's for all ages. I think that's going to be a really good book, guys, so definitely pick that one up. The next book on my list, and this is going to be my probably second pick that I will go after. After grabbing I Am Stan, I am going to grab Frazetta Verse from Opus Comics. And I'll tell you why. Let me find it and pull it up here. All right. For one thing, this is Frank Frazetta. It's his brand new universe that I guess he's launching for Opus Comics. If you don't know Frazetta, his artwork is amazing. It's beautiful. It's classic. It's just, I don't know. I can't put it into words, but basically starting this new universe, you're going to get new first appearances. You're going to get beautiful hand-painted artwork, and I'm going to read you the description to that. Excuse me. It says, an all-new adventure of Death Dealer headlines this fantastic voyage into the Frazetta-verse. The War of the Horsemen has arrived. You will also witness the rise of Dawn Attack in the far reaches of space. Then, the weirdness of Mothman unfolds an excerpt from the limited series debuting this month. So we're going to get the first peek at Frazetta's Mothman, and he looks pretty badass. So that's going to be my number 2 pick to pick up. The next book is from Marvel. It is Marvel Voices issue 1. If you've ever picked up these Marvel Voices books, you'll know they do contain first appearances. They contain good stories. They're usually anthologies that are themed. And they're always good. They usually contain a first appearance. So I'm going to say pick it up just for that reason. My next book is Battle for Pumpkin King #1. It is from Tokyo Pop. And the reason I picked this is because it is a Nightmare Before Christmas spinoff. Everybody loves Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is green. This is for all ages. This is one you can pick up for your sons or your daughters. All the kids are going to like this one, I feel like. The description is, how did Jack Skellington become the Pumpkin King? Explore Jack and Oogie Boogie's early days in Halloween Town and learn how their infamous friendship turned sour as they battle to become the next Pumpkin King. Discover the mastermind who's pulling the strings and relive the fantastic world of The Nightmare Before Christmas in this all-new manga adaptation. So it's a manga book, okay, for all ages. So from Tokyo Pop, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, be on the lookout for that one. It looks really good. The next one I picked on my list would be The Overstreet Guide to Collecting, and that's from Gemstone Publishing. And you guys know the Overstreet Guide to Collecting. It always contains useful knowledge. I enjoy it. I grab it. It's a book that I refer to still from time to time. Even with all the knowledge that we have right here, I still refer to Overstreet Price Guides. I really do. I was looking at one earlier today. Swear on anything. I literally had the 50th edition in my hands earlier, checking it out. So it's a very useful tool. If you collect, pick it up. Why not? The next book on my list is Sacrificers. This is going to be from Image Comics. It's a Rick Remender title. The reason I picked Sacrificers, guys, this artwork looks beautiful. I'm going to put a picture of the book up in the corner here so you can see just the cover. I hope the interior artwork looks like the cover because this is beautiful. And the description for this book says, tomorrow is a harmonious paradise thanks to the careful oversight of 5 families who make everything perfect for the price of 1 child per household. Now, as that bill comes due, a son expected to give everything for a family that never loved him, and an affluent daughter determined to destroy utopia must unite to end 1 generation's unnaturally protracted reign. Best-selling writer Rick Remender joins forces with the insanely talented Max Fiumara to take you through the dark science fiction world of The Sacrificers. Get an advanced look at 2023's most stunning new ongoing series with this free comic book day special. Preview material, rated teen. So it's going to be for teen and up. Looks beautiful, guys. Got to check it out. The next one I picked is Shadow Man Dark Legacy, and this is going to be from Valiant Comics. The reason I picked this is because Shadow Man is one of my favorite characters from Valiant. I feel like it's a lot of people's favorite character, or one of a lot of people's favorite character from Valiant. This book also features XL Manowar, another popular Valiant character. It says from legendary Shadow Man creator Bob Hall, Valiant's Shadow Man new story delves into the secret past of Valiant's premier horror character. It includes an inside look at 2023 series XO Man A War Unconquered from the acclaimed writing team of Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad and award-winning artist Liam Sharp. And the rating is teen on that. The next book I picked is Smurfs 65th Anniversary Comic, and this is from Paper Cuts. The reason I picked this is the Smurfs 65th Anniversary, their 65th year in existence. I have loved the Smurfs since the 80s, since my childhood. I'm going to be picking up this book just for the pure nostalgia of it, just to check it out, just to show the Smurfs some love. I think you guys should too. It's going to be a great one to pick up for the kids. It's going to be a great one to pick up for us, just to remember the Smurfs and take a dive back into the 80s and the 90s. The next one on my list is Star Wars High Republic, and it is combined with Avatar The Last Airbender. They are both from Dark Horse. Everybody loves Star Wars High Republic. It's usually a pretty good read. A lot of people like Avatar The Last Airbender, so that's why I picked those. The next one up is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from IDW. And the reason I picked that is because it appears to be based on the Saturday morning cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The artwork looks good, guys. The description says, in 1987, the world at large was introduced to TMNT by way of a catchy theme song and an action-packed cartoon, shell-shocking the world into an era of turtle mania. Since then, the characters have appeared in countless comics, a multitude of animated series, and several motion pictures. Turn the nostalgia meter up to 11 this free comic book day and revisit 2 fan favorite eras of TMNT animation in comic book form with a special presentation of stories from IDW's smash hit Saturday Morning Adventures and the recent small screen venture Rise of the TMNT. This is for all ages and it looks great, so I'll be picking that one up. The next one on my list is Tom Holland's Fright Night. This is from American Mythology Productions, and it looks good. I'm a fan of horror, that's why I put it on the list, and I'm going to read the description for it to you guys. It says, welcome back to the world of Tom Holland's Fright Night. The 1985 film delivered a world full of horror, humor, and heart that captivated audiences and became an instant vampire classic. American Mythology is proud to celebrate the story of Fright Night with this incredible issue that continues the tale after the original screenplay ends and gives a first look at the brand new Fright Night Origins series. Origins is written by Holland and delves into the official history of our favorite sweater-wearing, apple-eating vampire, Jerry Dandridge, adapted by James Keurig and illustrated by legendary comic artist Neil Vogts. This new series is the perfect addition to every Fright Night fans collection. This issue will also feature behind-the-scenes extras and artwork only available in the pages of the Free Comic Book Day Special Edition. Let Free Comic Book Day introduce you to the terror of Fright Night comics. Reprint and preview material, and it is rated teen. I think it's going to be good just because I'm a horror fan. If you guys are into vampires or horror, I would say pick it up. And plus, also, American Mythology, I will add, does put out a lot of good books. And the last book on my list to pick up would be Madball versus Garbage Pail Kids. This is from Dynamite. This is pure nostalgia. I loved Madball as a kid from the 80s. If you were a kid in the 80s, possibly from the 90s, you'll remember Garbage Pail Kids and Madball. And I'm a fan of both. I think this will be a funny book. I think this will be another book that you can pick up for a boy or a girl, and they'll have a good gross out time, like grossing out grandma, or just having fun, tracing the pictures. Just all kinds of fun could be had with these books. It says the heavyweight champions of gross meet again in this all ages title, as we will pull the best stories from Madballs versus Garbage Pail Kids for this special Free Comic Book Day comic that's sure to appeal to consumers aged 5 to 50. Reprint material, all ages. So it's going to be a compilation of like a best of. So that's going to be a cool one to pick up. That's my list. There are 44 titles for this year's Free Comic Book Day. Like I said before, it will take place Saturday, May 6th, this year, 2023. These are my picks, the ones that I think are the better of the 44 titles. So be sure to check these out and take your kids, get them into comic books. It's the time to get the younger generation into comic books. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, I'm working my way to 700 now. The road to 700 has started. So please like, please subscribe. Love you guys. I love my comic fan. Until next time, peace.